Hey there, everyone. So, first time I'm using my iPod camera as a thing. You probably get a nice little close-up of me. Anyway, so that was me getting out of a car. Give me a second. So yeah, it was me getting out of a car because, take a look. She's back! Jokingly call her Betsy because it's a Doctor Who reference. Anyway, you notice it doesn't have a grill, but yeah, still works. So anyway, I'm out here in the field, I guess you could say. I'm actually on the old campus where I used to go to school all the time. All the time, like it was a participatory thing, right? But no, this is the old high school campus that I used to be on here at Lilly County. And if you guys have been paying attention, you've noticed that I mentioned I've gone out of acting retirement, as I joked about. And yeah, me going out of acting retirement means that a friend of mine started a sort of community theater, if you will. And because of that, she was trying to round up all the actors she can find, so she sent out a call, and I was like, the ability to act again, you have to be kidding me, I'll be there. And it's funny how whenever you haven't done something in a while, and then you get back into the swing of it, where I was still nervous during the audition, and then whenever I realized I got a part, I was filled with that little surge of woohoo, like I used to get in high school. Because I was in high school drama, you know. And it's been 6 years since I graduated, so it's been 6 years since I've acted in anything, because there's never been anything to sort of come up to give me that opportunity. But yeah, so I've been walking across this field, and this is the amphitheater. This is the place, it's a walk down the steps here, that the play is going to be taking place in, although we are going to clear out the greenery before it's time. We literally just came down here and went, oh, there's greenery, hilarious. But yeah, so I'll put my water bottle down. I always bring a water bottle with me because you never know when allergies are going to get you. And of course, there's my script. I've showed you guys that before. So, yeah. The thrill of just standing on a stage again. I mean, I remember this place like it was yesterday. Like I wasn't here last week for practices, right? But this stage is where some of my favorite acting moments in my short career have taken place. Probably one of the biggest ones was I was in a production of Annie. Whenever the choir in the elementary school used to do plays as well, it's sort of something they started doing. And so around this spot, I remember doing the number NYC. I was the dog catcher because our dog catcher at the time had decided to bow out at the last moment. So I got the chance to do some slapstick and, you know, the whole thing of trying to search for the dog, which we had a hilarious dog too. She pulled the part off perfectly. But the whole thing of me walking and then her ducking behind me and then me turning around, of course being too stupid to look down and actually see her standing there. So I got to do a bit of that. But at the time, I was big for being the announcer guy. Anytime we had a announcer or a radio personality or something like that, it was always me. So obviously, I was the radio guy in this case. And for the life of me, I can't think of his name. It's just right over my head. Or out of my head, I guess. But yeah, so that was my early career in acting. And then it sort of went through until high school. I was the fish and the cat in the hat. That was fantastic. We did it for the elementary schoolers. We did some of the old Jack tales, because Jack didn't just have a beanstalk. He had a bunch of different tales. It's just we happen to know the beanstalk one as much. But it was just a whole series of Appalachian stories. And then we did a serious play in high school called Bright Blue Bright Blue Mailbox Suicide Note, I think was the full name of it. And I actually played a suicidal kid. So it was interesting to tackle a serious topic to kind of wrap everything up. I guess I can walk you a bit backstage and stuff. But now we're doing a play that was written by a local guy, one of the guys that's with the group, so to speak. And yeah, this backstage is fantastic. I remember there was a moment right over here that I found hilarious, and it was during our Jack Tales, but this spot right here will always live in infamy for me. Because the drama teacher at the time, we had a Jack tale where he was dealing with witches. Like I said, there was a lot of things Jack dealt with. We just know about the beanstalk commonly. But we decided to beef it up because at some point there had to be a sack where they sucked the witches into, right? And it was going to have this big magical discourse and everything, and kaboom. So he loaded some black powder into the thing, and he loaded a bit too much. And it didn't injure him badly. I mean, he burned his arm. His hairs got singed off of it, but it wasn't like a third-degree burn where you'd need a hospital or anything like that. But I will remember that effect as long as I live because it was the most jaw-dropping effect I've ever seen, and I saw it from backstage. Apparently, it was a thrill from in front of that stage. The kids that were watching that show went nuts with excitement seeing that. We didn't do it for the rest of them, so the audience that got to see that got to see the great discharge of black powder. But, and it's the first time I've ever seen teachers act like students, where teachers, full-grown adults, were walking up to my teacher and going, "Can we see your arm?" And then he'd just, "Yeah, here you go." He'd just deal with it. The great thing about this production is I am actually working with my old drama teacher again. He's one of the people that's in the play. So, yeah, it's just fun acting, and, I mean, you never really get over the thrill, and that night will really be a night, the first time that we actually perform this in front of an audience, where you're standing in the middle of a stage. Imagine those seats filled. Yeah, you never get past that. And it's not a bad not getting past it either. It's actually quite a sort of thrilling get past it, you know. But all in all, I'm happy that I get to be acting again. And it's going to be a great thrill to get to do it again. So yeah, I'm here for practice today. I figured I'd come a bit early and give you guys sort of a grand tour and reminisce a little bit. You know, like I do. So anyway, if you want to find the other vlogs that I've been doing, you can go to tscn.tv/vlog, and I'll probably give you guys some more updates of the play as we go along. I know this is a big part of my life at the moment, because obviously whenever you do something like this, you commit to it. So, just, I guess, keep an eye out for those, and till next time, see you guys. This has been a production of the Samcast Network. tscn.tv. What's your passion?